Why the PPC and why not the Conservative Party, which I understand wanted you to run for them?
You know, that's an interesting question because I hadn't even considered politics at all. And it was during the free speech and Lindsay Shepherd debacle that I was courted by the Conservatives at the time. I was at a rally, and some people higher up in the party came and said, would you consider running as the Conservative nominee for your local riding? And at the time, I wasn't interested at all. And it would involve going to Ottawa, and I've never been really involved in political parties myself. But I talked it over with my wife. We thought that maybe this was something that needed to be done. It was really a matter of if you want somebody else to do it, maybe you should say, would I do it myself, right? You can't keep abdicating responsibility. And I saw at the university that the reason that we got into the hot water we have is because good people just don't serve on committees. Good people don't get behind the policies at a university level, and I see that happening also at the federal level, at the provincial level. So ultimately, after a few months, I decided, okay, I will make a run for politics, and I met with the people in the Conservative Party at my regional level, and I filled out the nomination form. And I'd sent it in, and I was all set, and then I began to meet with people, upper level people, and saying, here's what I'm interested in. Here are the things that I'm going to be talking about. And it made them uncomfortable because they said, you know, we've got to be careful. We don't want to lose this election. We don't want to say things that will upset the majority of voters. And I wasn't saying anything incendiary. I mean, I'm a civil person and a respectful person, but on issues related to immigration, on issues related to identity politics, things that are really serious concerns here in Canada, they were uncomfortable.
But you can understand why they would be uncomfortable.
Well, because potentially it will lose votes for them. But would you rather lose a few votes or lose the whole country, right? And I really think we're heading in that direction. So I was a little bit disenchanted, and then suddenly on the scene comes Maxime Bernier and the People's Party. And I wasn't sure that I wanted to be with the People's Party. I just knew that I was disenchanted with the Conservatives. And I just through good fortune, I was able to actually have a phone call with Max. I wanted to see what he was all about. And he'd known about me from the free expression stuff that had been going on, and I was interested with him, and so I reached out to him as well. And in talking with him, I said, here are the things I want to talk about. How do you feel about that? He said, absolutely. We need to talk about those things. We need to have the hard conversations. And after he gave that kind of permission, I knew that that was the party that I needed to settle on. And in fact, it's the party that I think Canadians are looking for. I think that people are really tired of the political correctness that is stifling important debate. So ultimately, that's how I settled with the PPC.